Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Go for Glory Cup Day 2. Hey, I'm on the other side right now, but
Hello.
my name is Daks.
And my name is Vyminal.
And hey, it's a little bit of a reversal there, Vim. You're on the left, I'm on the right. I love it already. Surprise, surprise. Pick a side right there. And speaking of picking a side, that we are going to be getting into our second semifinal this time. Here we go. I cannot wait. It's Nyquits versus Samurice. And well, these two teams have been mighty impressive from their run on the lower parts of the brackets.
Indeed.
Oh, it really just goes to show that there is just a lot of different outlooks, a lot of different teams right now coming on into this tournament. And our top four here for Go for Glory has been absolutely amazing. You know, Samurice, they have a rich history in, well, a lot of different tactical shooters here and there. They've also played arcade shooters from time to time. I feel like that was where they really based it off from. Keep an eye out on the likes of John G. You got kept out as well as Wes, Untitled, and it really just feels like the whole team is a scary one. But looking at those maps there, Vim, Nyquits picking up Bind, Samurice picking Ascent, and Haven gonna be map number 3 again. Any thoughts looking into this map pool?
Yeah. Before I get into my thoughts, I just like to say Yondaime. Such a nice IGN. It just rolls off your tongue. You know, Yondaime. I love it. Anyway, Nyquits also very rich history in terms of tactical shooters. I do believe they're a CS. Have a CS background, but we're coming into Bind. We're going to be seeing a lot of cheeky executes. We might see a couple of fakes here and there. Very excited for what Swez has in store, as Swez has been very strong in hookah, playing that Sage.
Yes, sir. And go ahead and introduce our players there, Mr. Vim.
Ulpianus on Raze, Swez on Sage, Yondaime on Phoenix, John Kicks on Brimstone, and Concept on his Sova. JMX on Stage, Gentis on Omen once more, Disrupt on Jet, and Josh Kiley on Cypher, and Nyquist on Reyna. So we're seeing a lot of comfort picks coming off of these two teams.
Yes, sir. And it seems like the comfortable way to go will be an attack on to the short. Into the hook we go already, but John gonna get one there. Swez in the meantime with attack on Disrupt, and it's 2 for 2 immediately. Now, looking at this matchup overall, it seems like these teams can be familiar with one another. But I got my eyes here for the side of Nyquits. It has to be Disrupt. He's on the jet. He can go speedy. He can get those kills. And as you said before, Swez on the other side there. For Samurice, a man on a mission with that Sage. But funny enough, they're both dead here for this first pistol round.
Yep. Now it's going to be Concept versus 3. It appears that Omen might show presence over here and go for that B fake, potentially. Or they could execute. You know, there's only one guy trying to defend B side, and that is Concept, not even a Cypher, right? So this could be a special B execute entry coming in from Nyquist.
Yes, Nyquits gonna be going on in, and that's gonna be Nyquist. You know, it rolls on the tongue. Nyquits.
But the name of the player is Nyquist, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that Nyquist on that Reyna. But you have a really good point there, Vim. It's a Sova there on the defense. It's more of an initiator to set things up with the bow and arrow. And when you are busy cocking it, well, it's just so difficult. You can easily get shot compared to the Cypher, who's better on the D. But Concept now gonna get blinded there. Nyquist is gonna be able to get that takedown in the first place. There we go, though, with the pain shells being thrown. Loop with a kill there as well. And this is going to be the Raze pushing forward. Jet is now catching up to Diamond. And it's going to be a long-range battle. Lupian is making it happen yet again. And he can go for the defuse so far. Trying to fake that.
Right. Not enough time.
Right now. Oh no, there isn't enough time there. Gentis gets that final blow and 1 point lead already for the side of the attack.
Now, coming in from yesterday's bracket, Gentis has been one to watch. That Omen is a playmaker, right? There's actually no weak links on either team, and this is what we get, you know, in the top 4 of the SteelSeries Go for Glory Cup. Even the pistol rounds are so damn close, you know. It's just one versus one at the end. It's basically the story of a lot of the rounds so far in this top 4.
A battle royale indeed, and we do have Samurice on the defense there. It is going to be Nyquits on the attack this time, and Josh Kiley looking to throw down that camera. Doesn't really suit too much there. Looking for a little bit of bait and switch as, oh my, that's a little bit of a shoulder peek there from the Brimstone so far. Jiggling on over, trying to get DPS on. Josh though retreating for the time being, and Nyquits is basically looking for picks here. They're playing a 2-2-1 setup with a Cypher, of course, on the lurk, and for now everything is angled onto A site.
Yeah, they were expecting a crossfire over at Hookah, so they're going for that intake.
There we go though with the Bulldog Jantas. Just gonna make it an easy 1-2-3 right there. Disrupt though also gonna be on the board, and he is the man to watch out for in terms of momentum. Nyquist though also getting another kill, and with the wall into play, it's all about the A side getting defended on the east side. Still though, John as well as Wes hanging on around, and maybe just maybe they can yoink a gun or two before this round ends.
Oh, but Nyquist has disconnected. However, the round is coming to a close. We could go to match point. Match pause in the next round. But what John Kicks and Swez will be doing here, try to get some exit threats. Whoa, couple picks here and there.
As gets 3 so far, and he's going to be pushing on forward with all of this, getting a Spectre in hand. He has gotten 4, and this man with the machine gun doing all he can and more. Can he actually get the defuse? This is going to be oh so close. John tried to defend him with these smokes, but Disrupt is still there. He tried to run all the way, but John will kill everyone before this round ends. Still though, victory there for Nyquits. Even the DC not going to help out Samurice there, but I gotta say, Swez impressing with that gun steal.
It's very crucial for Nyquist to have been in that round because he was first contact from defense entrance. Very unfortunate, but it does happen, you know, such as the life of online tournaments. But he is back in action. So we are going to round 3. Round 2, of course, going on to the side of Nyquist. Full buys coming in for the side of Samurice here.
Yeah, Samurai is going to have the opportunity to get their kits on and look to destroy. But at the same time, you know, I gotta say, just that Sage getting 4 really hurting the economy here of the attacking side. So Nyquits cannot quit now. They need to get a little bit more to keep their momentum, to keep their economy into play. It's not as simple as, okay, we can lose 3rd round, we win 4th round, that kind of thing. No, there's a lot of pressure because of what the Sage did last round.
This is Swez's playground. We've seen him do this time and time again, denying Hookah control, taking on up to 3 agents, just by himself. He's been really proficient with this. It's definitely his home court.
We'll see though if Swez can hold on here. As you said, home court advantage right now for the side of Samurice here. Slow orbs being thrown, and at the very least, there's a lot of respect here from the side of Nyquits holding the line. Swez has already instilled fear. When you see someone get 4 on a round, they're at a disadvantage on Bim. It's just a little too much to handle. So this is going to be Sage trying to buy some time so far. Will we see the rotate? None of yet. Samurice is still holding that 3-2, and it seems like they're just anticipating a possible fake, but the smokes are into play.
Yep, 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to commit now. Entry coming in from Nyquist.
Oh my, Disrupt with the Blade Storm. He gets 2 so far. Both defenders gone from this game. And Samurice just not even bothering to go for the rotation there. Now, this is going to be so difficult now for Samurice because they're all coming in from the defense side. Gun Diamond, so rolling off the tongue and rolling in to get rid of Disrupt there. Nyquist though has the Empress. And if you already have your name basically named after you, your team name named after you, it really just goes to show that you are going to be the star of the show there with the Empress. But JMX is one to watch out for. Cleaning up house against the duelist there, but this race is running out of time. Beautiful wallbang there against JMX, and now he's looking on around to see where the Cypher is. Does he spot out the white hat and more? There we go though with the defuse, and someone needs to peek. Someone needs to go for the toe. And Lupianus with the clutch. He will get 3 to end things on the high here. Samurice, just this prowess on mechanics is something to watch out for him.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that the Cypher, Josh Kiley, Josh Kiley was sitting at elbow, right? And the spike was planted for Hookah. And, there's a shield there. They cannot wallbang from, in tin can. You can't really wallbang that from elbow, right? So Lupianus was able to half that spike. And of course, after you half that spike, then you have a few seconds to scope out and take out the guy who's trying to, take you out.
Yes, sir. It's like, hey, I got the half on, and now I'm just gonna wax off and basically shoot you in the face. Really good angle they're taking. I gotta commend what our players have been doing so far. They're always finding these angles there where they can be safer, where they
Right.
can have a little bit of a peek before anything else. And it has made waves all throughout the tournament, especially in the last semifinal. But this time, we see it from the side of the defense of Samurice, and it really goes to show they have quite a tactical mind. But Disrupt right now, getting the tag onto Lupianus. This time, no clutch there from the Rays.
Right. That could be a potential rifle switch from Disrupt. With Nyquits on the lurk over there at Hookah. Could be cutting off rotation potentially. But the defensive team hasn't been known to flank as of late. So it's going to be a classic ace split, it seems.
Yeah, they're kind of playing in a way that, okay, we're on defense, we're going to be playing the defense so far. And I've seen Samurice play the aggressive defense, but this is kind of a little more on their style if they're trying to feel out their opponent. And since you're on the semifinal, better safe than sorry there, Vim. You're on the D, just make sure that you're holding these angles. But Nyquits going to be going out there. Yon Diamond just lines it up. And I'm going to count that on my hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What a guy this guy truly is. Gentis, though, making it happen again from the shower, but give him the ace, guys. This guy deserves it. John Doe says no, and there are shares for the picking there for the side of Samurice, and they will have a feast on a few more revolvers to help them out into the next round.
I've been waiting for Yon Diamond to make a play because I just love his IGN. I just love, it just rolls off the tongue. Yon Diamond with that 14.
Yon Diamond.
Amazing.
Yon Diamond.
Yon Diamond.
He has gotten for young. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the word for student. I remembered Padawan for some reason.
Padawan, yeah, that's what came to my mind instead of like
same
people,
thing, I was thinking like Karate Kid though, but oh man, cringe. Oh well, don't worry about it. Sometimes there are flubs, but this game has not been a flub so far. 2-2 our scoreline, and it really just goes to show that in an instance like this, with the way that Samurice is playing the defense, they are very confident in how they're holding it. Diamond proving himself to everyone and more that he is just the one looking to work out the Kings. They're on a 3-stack. They're on B. So Disrupt trying to go for a few pokes here, and they're anticipating a peek, but it's really the Jet who wants to go in rather than the Phoenix.
Yeah, there's a crucial mistake there during the previous round that unfortunately they were not able to check that corner fast enough. So they're going to be wary of that U-Haul. They're going to be denying control of that U-Haul. They could smoke that out. They could, use the Omen, the Paranoia. They do not have any nades, so that could be a problem.
Oh, yeah, it's Valorant. We got some different kits here and there, but I think they can throw the Cloudburst just to dissuade that vision just in case. But the plan of action has to be the safe plant onto A side. By the APC, set up that wall and do whatever it takes in the first place. Lots of smoke also in their way. They have the controller of the Omen, but onto the high ground, I believe that Sova has an operator there. They're pushing forward already against Phoenix. Good Diamond though, still surviving and stays on the same spot. Showstopper now gonna be into play there, and Lupianus from the long range one. It's an alley-oop and a half. Yon Diamond though holding on to the lamps right now, and this is the perfect way to keep the light on with the Phoenix into play. It doesn't matter if Disrupt gets the vision away because he saw the Cloudburst come from the corner, and Yon Diamond is a man of action. Lamps are burnt by the brightest lights, and Yon Diamond is the one looking so bright tonight.
Very, very hot right now. I mean, I was going to say, he only had 3 bullets left in his magazine. I was like, Yon Diamond, maybe reloading would be a good idea. But no, 3 bullets, 1 is all he needs.
Exactly. Hey, when one tap is all it takes to make sure that round is done, and that's just utter confidence there from Yon Diamond. He needs the time to basically line it up and get that takedown. No reloading. Go for the setup and just go 1, 2, 3. Oh, all I needed was 1 bullet. Impressive to say the least. But here we go again. Now Nyquits is basically running out of steam out of nowhere. Samurice is playing their own kind of game, and Lupianus with the bang on. Disrupt still goes down. I honestly thought Suez would go for the peak, but Lupianus is a man on a mission. What? And flawless here from Samurice. These guys know honor, combat, and a great addition to every single meal. Right now, we are seeing Lupianus feast from the middle of the sights.
That's a very powerful off angle, especially if you expect an econ round, go for that hookah push, for those shorter range pistols, of course. But, having an operator at that, it allows you to get an angle off that hookah offense without those players entering hookah actually seeing you. It's a very deceptive angle. And Swez, you thought Swez would peek, but he was right there trying to bait the attention from the opper, right? And then he could peek. And that was really well played from Samurice.
It felt like that was a multi-tiered kind of defense. It's like if
Right.
X equals Y, that kind of thing becomes C. And by that, I mean when Swez is going to call for the people there, that is going to be their operator getting the kill. And if they spot out the race instead, then at least Swez is there. But Nyquits this time going to be keeping his namesake on and going to be keeping his team in this fight. Opens up B so far with the Reyna. And that first kill is what the Reyna needs to get the steamroll on. Concept right now, crossing on forward. We saw him up on heaven a while ago. Can he do something a little bit different here onto the shoulder, moving into the elbow so far, but Disrupt is going to be going for a Concept though, lining it up, and eventually gets the takedown. Could have been a kill there for Disrupt though. Very, very shaky there from Arsova, so gotta be careful there, Mr. Vim.
Right. Absolutely. But unfortunately, he did have that info because of that pre-fire coming in from Disrupt. Swez in a powerful position right now.
Almost gets the kill onto the stage, but that is going to be Container saving lives for the time being. This is going to be Lupianus and Josh currently trading up shots. And will we see Lupianus get the clutch on yet again? Quick little shroud stepped onto the east side, and the Raze knows it's time to get the hell out of there because they're saving this 4.5k gun. They're running on away, and oh my god, Jantas dies by the TP. Unfortunate.
Just a split second off, but still a very good round for Nyquits. Cannot deny that. Yeah.
We're not on split, Mr. Vim, though we're on bind. But operators make that 2 here for Lupianus and John.
Okay.
And looking at their setup here, Vim, I love how they will have 1 sniper each for each site.
Yep. I mean, that's a very typical strategy, very strong. I mean, it's textbook for a reason because it just works. You have a very good angle from backside. You could pre-fire at hooking, pre-fire B long. And then, of course, you have Heaven or A Tower, as it is officially called.
Oh, man. I got used to saying Tower because of the C invitational thing. I was like, okay, gotta know my call-outs, guys. And once you get used to it, it's something. But, it does take a while to really just roll it off its tongue. But, hey, it is what it is. And Valorant is its own game. But interesting enough that we have the 2 duelists there onto the shower. They get quickly hit by Concept Shock Dart. They're really good lineup with the Shock Darts. And he is going to be looking for angles again with maybe the Recon as well. Hunter's Fury online. And I'd love to see Concept show us a concept of, how to use these arrows here and there. Proof of concept, perhaps, with Hunter's Fury. We'll find out very soon.
Again, this is a great setup for the Hunter's Fury. They're coming in with a shower push, knowing the fact that Concept has that Hunter's Fury online. Very, very dangerous.
Nowhere to run!
Concept does get that first kill, and here we go with the lineup. Your diamond though is there as well, and this is just electricity and explosives. Goodbye. You are in a rock concert. You are in the front row, and you feel the heat and pressure because this is Samurice just making sure that they are gonna have a star-studded intro here.
Absolutely. And, it just goes to show that coming in through a chokehold, when you have like 4 ultimates on either side, it could be very scary. Given the team composition of Samurice especially, you have those pain shells.
Embarrassing.
You have that Hunter's Fury. You have that Molly. Going for a shower push is definitely going to be a challenge. And then I don't think they're going to try that again anytime soon.
Yeah. I gotta say for Samurice, they're doing a really good job on the server on defense. And John says, hello, good sir. Just gets a little bit more of that pixel and no sneaky business here from side of Nyquits. It's a pistol round though here for the attacking side. They hear the run it back and they are gonna be making sure that they can get a tap on here and there. The Cypher sticking on around though. And here comes Jensen's round with the paranoia as well. Looking for the blind onto the hookah side. So this should enable the side of Nyquits to get onto the site here. But poke's gonna be happening. Beautiful smokes coming on in, and John gets the first one on the board as here comes Samurice trying to defend.
It's really, really hard to take on B site without anyone being
It's high ground, high ground,
Yeah.
Anakin, and you gotta make sure that someone can contest that one. John Doe whipping out the classic. He's trying to get something done, but here
Look
comes
at
the lineup, and the Molly will be getting a burst sage right there. Swedzo with 2 so far, keeping the Brimstone alive, which is the best part. There's the ball on that upper, the ball on the ground. Lupinus also there as well. It really just goes to show a lot of flexibility in terms of gunplay here for the side of Samurice, and even though they're playing a very standard defense, they are doing oh so well in this game.
Come to think of it, analyzing the team composition of Samurice even further, you can tell that they're like, okay, you want to play cheeky corners? You better think again, because I have a molly, I have another molly, I have paint shells, I have a shock dart, and you're gonna be very wary of playing those cubbies.
Exactly. We've seen burns, we've seen shocks, and we've seen giblets here and there. And something I like to say about Samurice also is they're pseudo contesting those orbs for both sides. You have that Sova keeping out on the showers. You have, of course, the operator on B long, and
Yes.
Nyquits gets a good wall bang onto the Sage. He just doesn't know it that he actually broke the armor there of Stems.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very common pre-fire angle. I'm surprised that Swez feels very comfortable, sitting it out there.
Yeah, Swez though is still sitting pretty, and when you are in hookah duty, I would say that's the best spot to chill out here on Bind, because you got a lot of good props for you if ever you catch my drift right there. But for John right now, he is gonna be on to the main side instead. Close range operator though, usually we see this on Heaven, and do you think the Brimstone is gonna be safe here, Mr. Bim?
Well, unless they go for a double peek.
Not gonna happen. Disrupt trying to break something down, but it doesn't work that way. And John right now retreating back into the lamp side instead. Nyquits though with the Empress. And we will see right now if Nyquits can actually do something coming into this one. Rotation in order here from the side of Samurice. And I like this a lot better because a while ago, it took them their sweet time to actually contest. They just clutched it out. This time, they respect their opponents and they're going hastily. John has gotten 3 so far. Josh Conley also on the board. Concept though gonna be there, but it's still the Cypher holding the line. But Yondaime is back where he belongs. Country Roads take him home to the labs where he belongs, and he gets another kill, Bim. What is it? What is the chemistry between Yondaime and Labs by this point, mates?
It's just such a strong position. Again, you have control of those cubbies, right? You have that sort of element of surprise coming in from Lamps, because as soon as you take out the guy in charge of watching that angle, it's just so easy to get multi-kills off of that doorway. But here's the thing. What's very scary from the side of Nyquits is that was probably their best chance at actually getting, a round. It's going to be harder for them to penetrate through hookah. And I think A-Short was their best bet. But let's see how they adapt. I think they're going to try to overwhelm Swez here in hookah. But if there's anybody capable of holding back a push at hookah, it's Swez.
Oh, and Lupius, even with the paint shells there, is that the smoke being thrown at? Oh my, almost. And Lupius is through the smoke. He is a 9-dimensional player. He has
my gosh.
And this is the one who can hold those lines. Lupius though gets the blow up on the jet. It's John coming in from the garden instead. And absolutely blooming here from Samurice. Have you ever heard of a rice tree? No, that's not a real thing, but Samurice right now is just, they are just growing all the crops in the world. They're sowing the seeds, and they are doing all they can and more. See, this is my test check if you are listening to what I say, Mr. Bim.
Of course I am.
I could have said rice crop. It's like, there's a lot of rice. Don't worry, the farmers have it. But
rice tree?
This is Samurice's rice tree. You heard it here first. And in all honesty, I haven't really noticed the score. We are at the last round because Samurice is making this look so quick. It feels like we are just so many rounds back. Yeah,
we're breezing through, and again, we saw Swez play that spot under hookah, and you smoke yourself out and you wait until they jump down. That's my favorite spot to defend in over there at B side.
The B sides, it's always fun to play B. You can kind of go for a Y defense coming in from Gardens as well, and you can drop down, of course, under the
look at these
side. But look at that, underhand, overhand, tossing it over. Shock darts being there as well, and Yondaime says, "This is my house. Get out of lamps. This is where I belong. Concept also with crossfire there. And Untitled, he does not give up lamps. He is the fire burning into lantern here.
Oh my gosh.
Three on the hookah. Okay. I gotta say, that Untitled, he does not want to give up lamps. I will not be surprised to see him on the attack. Still stay on lamps, okay?
I mean, Lamps is what? A coffee shop? Is it a coffee shop? I don't know what it is. It's supposed to be like some sort of small restaurant, I believe.
Is it? Why is there an APC in front of it?
I have no idea. Maybe, those diners go through using an APC. No idea. But maybe Untitled is like a landlord and he's like, he's collecting his rent. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but Untitled not giving up lamps, absolutely a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, exactly. No, I got you, Vim. Get off my lawn! Get off my lawn, you pesky kids! He's like the farmer with the shotgun, but instead he has the rifle, and it's even scarier because you're running on away and he's still tracking you. Ah, man, that's some scary stuff right there. I didn't, suffer through anything like that when I was a kid or anything, Vim. But don't worry about it. As here we go now, Samurice and their growing rice tree, they are gonna be going over to the A side here. Jensa's gonna be backing on out from lamps. He already knows the force of Untitled, but Untitled! He actually gets caught there, so never mind. Our theory doesn't hold fruit. But at least Samurice sets up the A safe plants to get up the wall. They put it by the APC, and we are good to go for post-plant scenario.
Yep. Defense could play very differently for the side of Nyquits, especially Cypher drop.
But oh my god, these pistols are banned from the defense. And we've seen this before from Nyquits. They do have a strong pistol round. Nova losing the time to go for the backstab. Doesn't happen. There we go with the defuse. Jonto trying to go for a last stand here. And everyone's running on him. And he will die in the end to Nyquits. So we will see a round there taken by the side of the defense. And that is where Nyquits shines so far, Finn. But do you think they can keep this up coming into this half?
They could, at the very least, could make it the 9-5. Then potentially setting it up for a good 9-6. But not a 6-9, which could have been nice. However,
kind of nice.
Kind of nice. They are gonna try and do a skill check over at B site.
A little bit of a reprieve there for A. And I love that term, skill check. Basically, when you're against the opponent, you're trying to find what the weakest link in a way. And Disrupt saying that he's not weak link. You cannot count at this Jet, because when he pops off, it is scary. He is just a pain train waiting to roll on.
Gosh.
He's one of those construction things that really flatten you there. And this is just 4 on the board. Disrupt is hungry for the ace, and he's going at it, but Jensen will kill Concept again. And you can feel that Disrupt wasted 200 credits just for him to try and get the flare there.
I mean, Gentos was like, I'm gonna steal your ace. And be like, come on, bro. Why didn't you give me the highlight, bro? But very valiant.
Highlights too.
Yeah, valiant defense there from Disrupt. Choosing to go with a Spectre despite losing the pistol round. Again, been a very popular play in our top 4 so far, forcing a buy despite losing the pistol round.
Oh, it was the defensive one, Mr. Bim. So they did have the economy. So
Alright, my bad. Yeah.
Untitled though, at least gets rid of JMX, but Disrupt, this guy is on a warpath. I believe he has 17 kills on the scoreboard, top frag for days, and he is really someone Nyquits can rely on. We've seen him pop up before in the game that we streamed of them. We've actually streamed, funny enough, every single semifinalist, so it seems like we have that Nostradamus thing going on really well so far for Go for Glory, but Swez will get that spike, and they will be going over to B site instead.
Yeah. I love what they did there. That early aggression over at A short. Very, very textbook, and it works really well, catching the opponent off guard. There's not much he can do when 4 people, go full on firing squad at you. You just simply die, and then your teammates try to reposition and try to trade frag you. And then oftentimes, they fall as well. So they are going for a slow rotate to A. And 3 versus 4, still doable. You still have the info from that Sova and the barrier orb from Sage as well.
It seems like, though, I gotta commend Nyquits so far, because we've seen Samurice be stalwart on the defense with these random tricks
Yeah.
with how they're using their agents, but
Right.
Nyquits is more straightforward. It's like, okay, we have this angle and we will kill you. And it really just goes to show simplicity sometimes is the best way to go. Line up right now, but Gentis, wake up. That has to be a wake-up call there for Gentis, because he had that in the bag, and Lupinus right now gonna be getting those kills. That is one of those instances where you
Right.
have to pay attention, especially you're in the semifinals, and he has to be kicking himself after that one because that lineup is even, that was really long. So highly unfortunate there, but
Right.
it just goes to show that Nyquits is always ready if they do just decide to pull that trigger, right? They're ready in position, they're ready to go for the shot, but this time, oh no, it's the same mistake. And as we were just commending them on how they're playing this defense, they make these
Right.
unnecessary movements, and unfortunate there for both Gentis and Nyquist, but it just goes to show that they usually have the right idea, but just the wrong time there in that instance.
I mean, it happens even to the
Yeah.
best players. Sometimes you get caught off guard looking at your mini map. That's just it. They had no info where Young Diamond Crew was going to execute that round, and I'm pretty sure he was checking camera over at B side. But that's the thing.
It just feels like it's those instances where you just need to snap at your players. Like, guys, come on, we got this. And we've seen from Nyquits that they can actually do it so far. Samurice is having a very, very slow attack. And what I've seen for them, it's reminiscent of, well, CS, tactical shooter right there. There are
Right,
those
right.
kind of teams that force out utility first and then go for one quick execute at the end. The Astralis style. I'm not a CS guy myself, but I still remember a few things here and there. And it
For
really
sure.
feels like Samurice is doing something like that. They're looking for picks, they're playing it slow, and they're counting the utility down for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen in the bracket yesterday, that's pretty much how both of these teams tend to play offense. Like, they try to bait out utilities and then go for that execute just before the clock runs out. And it's a strategy that makes sense, especially if you don't have a lot of aces up your sleeve, so to speak.
Indeed. And it's all about Diamond right now trying to get the entry here with the Phoenix. Looking on the ramp right now, sees a little bit of Nyquist. He taps in, goes away, and taps him again to get that takedown. But Josh Kylie on the Cypher, oh so scary there, will get caught out by John instead. And now it is going to be the stack from the head right there, looking to stay on the defense side. Operator though singing. Let's see right now if Samurice can hold here.
This is such a hard retake coming in. If all three of you are coming in from head, typically you would see the post-plant defender take control of elbow. So instantly, if all those retakers come from head, they get taken down instantly.
God, this round takedown. There we go. Lupinus holding the left angle, and danger close makes it 2. Coming in from behind though, from the elbow is Gentis right now trying to stay into this one, but Concept is keeping an eye out. One good eye right there on the Sova, gets the kill, and it really just goes to show that whole body system on B. You have the defense spawn, you have the door, which looks like the head, kind of the head. You have that shoulder on to the northwest, and of course the aptly named elbow to round things off. So just a little bit of a call out for what we made so far. We love it.
Yeah.
It's easy to call. It really feels like we're doing anatomy here. But operations aside, this is now looking really dire
Take
here for
out their
defense.
healer.
What they have to do is possibly go for those flanks that we've seen work for
Deploying
a
drone.
droid in the previous matchup. When operators fail, when a hard retake fails from
Joke's
coming in
over.
from
You're
a
dead.
singular angle, you gotta be more creative with those flanks.
All about that setup. And Yon Diamond is back home. Okay, he can stop it. He's good to go. But he will actually go on the outside and caught out by the opening in the first place. High ground though taken. Sage on up with the wall there. And a little bit of a cheeky play, but Yon Diamond and Lupinus getting on the board yet again. Flanking on over. It's going to be the Cypher. And unfortunately, our Sova isn't paying attention, but it's still Yon Diamond hearing that one out. And Josh Kylie then gets caught out in the open. Twin walls though meeting each other, looking to stay with one another. It's like Lego bricks coming together there, Mr. Vim. But overall, what's an isolation play so far from the side of Samurice? They clean up Genesis after he kills Lupinus. Disrupt is caught on the other side of Flash, trying to get a little bit of the pick, but no, it's John quicker there, and match point right now for Samurice.
Yep. I mean, they did expect that flank. I love the attention to detail coming in from Young Diamond Concept. They knew they were going to get flanked from behind. and they counterplayed the counterplay essentially.
Exactly. Stacking the stack, anticipating the anticipation. And Nyquits right now just looking a little bit weary into this game. The moment they lost the first 2 rounds on both halves, it has been the Samurice show. And it looks that way into the scoreboard. We do got Commando Loop. He has done such a good job so far on that race, clutching it out on round after round. And Samurice right now going for a quick execute, but already take care of one. JMX hiding in the smoke and won't pay attention. Oh, that's gonna be a quick wall nudge right there. He gets walled away from the other side. And we'll see right now what Nyquits is up to.
We're seeing a lot of counter wallage over here as Swez tries to take a pixel. Oh, and gets a pick up Nyquits. Beyond Diamond takes JMX as well.
But Disrupt coming in from the shower, and you see those walls right now. It really felt like everyone had a doorway to remember. There we go, a little bit of the shots. Didn't really get too much there, though. Josh Kiley dropping on down. Still a chance here for Nyquits, and they won't quit. They are too legit for this. Disrupt again. They're pressing there. Jogga with the takedown. Disrupt does get 3 so far, but here comes Concept, and Samurice makes it look clean and crisp. Victory for them. 8-round advantage. And what can you say, Vim? Samurice, their Rice 3, is it growing to the best degree?
Indeed. Samurice with the surgical precision, if I may say so myself. Absolutely clean match. 13-5. And Nyquits is no slouch. Nyquits is a very strong team in their own right. But Samurice proving to be absolutely dominant in that map, at least. And I'm trying to think of a metaphor involving shawmai and soy sauce, but I'm not okay. Personally, I'm not. When I was growing up as a kid, I never really ate shawmai and rice together. I'm more of that chili sauce and then shawmai, and just eat like a ton of shawmai. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I never really was a shawmai guy. I gotta say, I was more of the shopao, and especially the kwapao, because it's like, it's a big puffy thing. But you know, talking about that game, you know, the puffy thing there for Samurice has just gotta be how they played it out. Right. They had this strong core that was like a shell for them. And that was the defense. They did not go for the aggressive defense that we've seen so far in the tournament. They're very, very disciplined. Not only the defense on the attack. And it really just goes to show that they have a lot of teamwork, a lot of chemistry from their history playing together. And as well as the games they have come from, they're very, very patient. They like to play it slow and steady. But at the same time, when it's time to execute, it just goes for a snap. And you see this on the attack. They waste the utilities on the other side. They go for the setup. But when they're feeling very confident, like that last round, they were just good to go, and what a bind map for them. They're actually getting it away, yoinking it away from Nyquits so far.
Yeah, and that was Nyquits' pick, mind you. So who knows how the second game will go for Samurice, as this is their comfort pick, you know, Ascent. And having a team such as Samurice being so coordinated, especially watching different angles, being aware of those flanks, I think Ascent will be a doozy for it. We'll see.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting, especially that mid control, something to take note of. But we have seen from Samurice, they have operators in hand, can disrupt the rest of the crew here from Nyquits. Look to contest. But before we go on a break to give our teams a chance to get ready again, don't forget, guys, we are still having that giveaway courtesy of SteelSeries. We do have those mice on the board. It's absolutely amazing. The rival tray, we still have 2 of them there. And I love holding it, you know. I just don't want to be letting go of it whatsoever. And as you can see from so of our catchy ads, they have so many different products. You know, the neon lights one, if I remember correctly.
Neon Rider. Yeah.
Neon Rider. There you go. Because the motorcycle guy, right? He reminds me of that glitch pop, and it really just goes to show there's so many motifs there from the side of SteelSeries, bringing it home, making you feel comfortable. You have those amazing headsets as well. The Arcness one up for grabs for our champions, and it really just goes to show: go for glory, go for comfort, and go for SteelSeries. But we will be right back. Stay tuned, stick around. This is the SteelSeries Go for Glory Cup Day 2.
Look at how gorgeous they are.
A SteelSeries and Red Moon Workshop production. One rider falls, another one rises. The Neon Rider is back again, and this time he's taking no prisoners.
Look at how gorgeous they are. Be the
A SteelSeries and Red Moon Workshop production. One rider falls, another one rises. The Neon Rider is back again, and this time he's taking no prisoners.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a great outro song right there from the Neon Rider as we are riding on in to Ascent. My name is Daks.
And my name is Vyminal, and here we are.
Yes, sir. And it's great to be. We're back below. Hi, Vim. You're down below this time. Hello. I missed you there.
In my rightful place.
You've been a top guy. You've been a top guy. Don't get me started there. You've been a top guy. You've been amazing here on the cast. But you know what has been amazing so far? This semi-final day. We are still in semis too. And it is Samurice right now with the 1-0 lead against Team Nyquits. So, a few words maybe about how that bind game went, Mr. Vim.
It appears that Samurice has been way more confident, just quick-witted, really fast on those rotations and, of course, those flanks that Nyquits was just unprepared. Now, coming into Ascent, I'm trying to sort of predict, if there's a small discrepancy in terms of mechanical skill between Samurice and Nyquits. And this is the map that we will, see that. Because, again, Ascent is all about those aim duels, those long-range battles. And, you miss a bullet, that's usually the end for that duel.
You're kind of dead if you miss that shot. One whiff.
The opening shot.
Exactly. The salvo right there. And looking at Ascent, you have that courtyard there, the middle of the map. You can see operators cross. You can see rifles try to get closer. And in the end, it's who gets the tap onto the head because of those sight lines. And speaking of Ascent right now, we are getting into it. Samurice with the 1-0 lead. Going to be starting things off on the defense. And go ahead, Mr. Vim. Let's get our intros on. Let's get this game going. But Samurice right now is basically on match points, and we will find out if they will be meeting Adroits in the grand finals, or will Nyquits force out a game number 3.
All right, Loop on Ray, Swez on Sage, Fion Diamond, Phoenix once again, John this time on Omen, and Concept on Cypher instead of Sova this time, JMX on Sage, Gentis on Reyna. Interesting. Disrupt on Jet, Josh Kiley on Cypher once again, and Nyquist this time on Omen.
Oh, roll swap. It seems like that is going to be the way to go here for Nyquits. But on the other side for Samurice, they do have this general pool of agents they stick on. Cypher Sova, that's for Intel. You can go on for the Phoenix this time again. And looking at the Omen, of course, Controller, Smokes Abound. And it seems like here for the side of Samurice, they do like the regenerating smokes rather than the burst there for elevated tools. But sticking with that one, it's JMX going for the cubby play. Gets that taken out there. But Diamond holding this time. Will we see the same shades of lamp? Not gonna happen because Disrupt is there. And A side open up perhaps. But look at that already. Rotation in order here. Jondo gonna be going down there. Disrupt has gotten 3 so far. Open ground is the best place for the Jet. But Swez is holding the line so far. And he's hanging around by the grass into this one, Vim.
1v3 clutchable in a pistol round situation, so he's gonna go for it. Definitely nothing to save here, but I'm just not a fan of holding that over there.
Cypher removed.
Swez takes that clean that shot.
Jensen's makes it even cleaner. It's like when you mop up the floor and someone just brings in a Roomba and it does your job for you. Good stuff there from the side of the attack though, and this is where Nyquits truly shines. The first 2 rounds is kinda, it's kinda their game in all honesty. It seems like Samurice isn't really too strong and doing the aggressive defense too much, and they can't really play that same way per se when the stack happens. So it's not out of the woods as of yet. We've seen Nyquits do this a lot, and they are going to be going for the full buys this time. They really respect what Samurice is up to from that previous map.
For sure. And it's going to be really risky to take mid control here because of those short. They might actually go for sort of perhaps an A take.
We'll see what kind of take this is going to be, as they are going for a mid yet again. Pretty simple stuff here from the side of Nyquits. And Lupinus going to get exposed out of the smoke, and Disrupt is just getting to the 1 becomes the 2. I gotta say here for Nyquits, besides the whole Nyquits kind of name convention, they have a strong structure, having a system twist, and Concept going to be getting that kill there, but it's the Omen right now making things happen again. 3 versus 2 right now, 4 versus 2 actually. The attack with a good advantage here, Vim.
As the spike is at mid, rotating right now to A. It's going to be perhaps Gentis taking down Swez.
At least he sees the Sage there, and really just goes to show mid control is something that in Ascent is very, very important. And oh no, as the Diamond decides to cock the new gun, Gentis was waiting. He gets another kill. Gun advantage, making a difference. But at the very least, Samurice getting 2 there. So this can be their time to shine again. Third round has been their way to go. And Rifles abound here for defense.
Absolutely. And we're going to be seeing buys, yes, for both teams. So this could be indicative of how the rest of the game will play out. Looks like a lot of them are funneling towards mid link. Again, very risky if no one is at mid top. Get flanked easily from mid top, unless you go all in onto B.
Exactly, and here we go right now with the push over to B side. Gentis going to be hanging on around, but it seems like it is going to be Swez on that stage again, holding these tight angles. We saw it earlier on Hookah. That has been his name of the game. This time, though, it is going to be the B push that he's holding against. There we go, the big smoke. It seems like here for the side of Samurice, they're buying time, and John going to be able to get that first kill on the board.
Right. They already had information that most were in B main. And Yondaime just quicker on that rotate, trying to lock down B side, closing that door. And now 4v5 situation here with the spike pretty much trapped in mid link. It's going to be really risky unless you have those smokes to be able to cross the A. They only have 1 smoke right now.
And time is ticking right now here for the side of Nyquits. They are under 40 seconds by this point. And it seems like this is a lot slower from Nyquits so far. They understand how Samurice is playing it out. And at the very least, they're looking to group up and get those kills. Samurice, though, maybe rotating already into A side. We see John anticipating it, going over to the gardens here. But the execution is all in favor of Here we go with the line of the Cypher, but it's Josh Riley winning that one out instead. Immediately, the action unfolding 2 for 2 between the 2 squads, but Disrupt is a man on a mission. It's time to get the spike planted. 2 versus 2 here into this post plant.
Barely enough time to get the spike down. Wall blocking off Heaven over there.
Yeah, quick little breaks. Still goodbye to the segments. And it seems like Disrupt going to be looking for a crossfire segment with Swez so far. Cloudburst right now to just find a little bit more of an initiation, more of an insurmountable kind of spot. But no, Yondaime and Swez just go for it. They go ham. And goodbye to the attack. This is Samurice again doing the same old thing. And the question here, Vin, will it be the same old story?
Yeah, I mean, Disrupt and JMX had a really good crossfire set up there, but Swez and Yondaime was just able to flick so fast. And I think the camera didn't really catch it that much. It just happened so fast, and Disrupt just got one tapped out of nowhere. And again, we're going to start to see if there's a difference in terms of mechanical skill between these two teams.
I really think though that the difference there, Vim, that you're mentioning just boils down to when
Joke's
one
over!
playstyle
You're
is able
dead!
to override the other. And
Right.
into this third round and more, that's where Samurice is just putting a dead stop to any kind of speed. Nyquits hasn't been able to play it speedily, hasn't really been able to play it slow, and they're kind of in between right now on their attack. But I really feel like they would have a better chance if they just go at it, because we've seen before
Yeah.
from the side of Samurice, they like to hold their angles, they're looking for fakes, and
Right.
if and only if Nyquits is in position, that might be where they can truly shine.
Absolutely. And if, in terms of, if there's a mechanical discrepancy between teams, there's no choice for you to go, except for you to go fast and go for a 2v1 situation, because you're going to be having a hard time playing for picks, taking on those 1v1.
Exactly. Pick potential, not going to be the best, so double peaks are the way to go. A little bit of a peekaboo, I see you, and then another one for a quick little surprise. But here we go right now with Nyquits hanging on around on A main. And as we said before, this is kind of what hurts them in the long run. They're taking their sweet time, and this allows Samurice to set up in the way they want to. There we go, the case already breaks down the part there. Eldo looping this thing on the inside. Concept!
Oh my
They
gosh.
They get 3, and Disrupt is the one who gets the trade on back, but Joyce Kylie is there. Bladestorm though from the Jet. Paranoid perfectly placed by John this time. Double high ground right now on the side of Samurice. Josto gonna get ball back from above, and here comes the Cypher putting that starts on, tracking down the Omen so far. Him generate their defense already from the Jet, and this can go either way. But there we go, Disrupt again, bringing in the mechanics, getting that takedown, and this is now time for Sweds to do something special. Wall in the middle, looking for a little bit more. Bladestorm doesn't connect. The gun is still available. Cypher right now, no hat, Miko. It's easier to just hide by the wall, and that is just the attack finally executed in the way they want to.
I mean, it was pretty much a disaster coming in from 8 long. But what was absolutely crucial right there was Disrupt and Josh Kelly coming in from Garden. And just goes to show that a split is definitely a necessity. They're trying to take that site.
And it feels like here for Nyquits, they're kind of giving up mid-control per se. They're a little afraid of that defense. And it really just has been a bailout play so far from Disrupt. 10 kills to his name over the past 4 rounds. That is just basically half of the total there for the team. So it really has been an impressive effort so far for this Jet. And they actually see Young Diamond going for the initiation there. He gets the flash on immediately with a curveball, but this time with the gun advantage. This is Nyquits showing their stuff, and this is some really good stuff from them too. But they'll look to hold the line. Nyquits will get that final blow, and I really think that this role swap is helping them out a lot better in the long run here, Ben.
Yeah, actually, we're seeing a lot of impressive stuff coming from both duelists. Of course, Disrupt, sitting atop, the leaderboard in terms of frags, and he's doing an incredible job at that, really maximizing the usage of that Blade Storm. But again, that was just a pistol round. Now we have an operator coming online for the side of Samurice. And of course, this is Ascent, and operator is basically vital to your success.
Yeah, the meta is defined by the op, and the op here on Ascent is absolutely king. It feels like though this is a very subtle game here. Though. It's not as high octane as we've seen from the last series. The last map,
For sure.
It really just goes with the Samurice playstyle. This is their honorable way. This is their code. It's the blade slow and steady, and John is gonna be able to get it. Damage though is on the hunt. And Young Diamond shows up out of nowhere to get at least a frag on back. They're rotating over to B side, but here we go with the dark cover yet again. I love the anticipation here from Nyquits, but you have to pay attention. From not looking at the right direction, Young Diamond gets 3, and immediately this is the defense back in action, and that is where Samurice is looking oh so good.
I mean, Young Diamond, when he turns on, he goes, he turns up to 11. It's just gets those multi-kills, gets those chain frags. And, A has been working very well so far for Nyquits. But again, I guess they were pretty much intimidated by Concept's impressive defense over there on A long. So it appears that they tried for that B take. It didn't work out too well, as the Indictment really quick on that rotate and anticipation coming in from
Samurice actually doing the faster rotate there, which is essential for their success. But here we go again with Nyquits going on to the attack. 4-2 though our scoreline. We talk a lot about how Samurice is defending well, but they really haven't really proven it in terms of scoreline. Nyquits clutching it out again and again, especially with the jet. And this is where the mechanical prowess as well as their grit comes into
No more
play.
charges left.
Yep, absolutely. And again, the issue is if you have a frag discrepancy in your scoreboard, if your top frag goes down, it can really help the rest of the team. But again, really early in the game, and anybody here from both teams could just pop off at any moment.
And disrupt really on that top frag is so essential for the success here of Nyquits so far. We'll see though if the other players can take up that mantle as Red is holding on. In the second, Mario Diamond with the running back, and here we go again with a 2-4-2. The is gonna be the jet though, sticking around onto so far, and time with the proper angle to get rid of the spike plants her. But Josh as well as Disrupt 2 versus 2 right now. We'll see though if this can be the attack getting the initiation with the objective.
So much value off that run it back. Young Diamond just making such a big play. Making it a 2v2 situation, still anybody's game. Spike is planted. Rubian is just trying to get a pick off that operator. Young Diamond picks out Disrupt.
Josh still paying attention, bud. And that is just gonna be now 1v1 time. Lupinus has been able to play it clutch so far, and it's gonna be him throwing it for a loop, getting that quick little satchel back on. But in the meantime, the flash back out really getting the second there, but it's enough for the Ghost to get the flick, to get the takedown. It's a fast fire rate gun, and Lupinus again will save the day. It's Vim, clutch gameplay, clutch gamers has been the story of Ascent so far.
Yep. I mean, Loop, just 2 frags on the board. But again, impactful frags. It doesn't matter how many frags you get, as long as you get those impact frags. That's at least what I tell myself when I'm fragging at the time. But, can't deny, Lupian is just, clutching it up for that team. Bringing the scoreline 3-4, ever so close to that tie.
Get the kills that matter, as you would say, but we are coming closer and closer to Samurice getting back into the groove and getting their long streak. A while ago, on the defense, they were only beaten once after the first 2 rounds, so it does have this go to show they're going to be looking to make something happen into this one. Genta's going to be over onto the top mid already, trying to transition to the here, and feels like a slow and steady push here from the side of Nyquits, and I worry here a little bit for Samurice because they're giving up mid and allowing this to happen so far.
Right. It looks like they're playing on site because, they took a read on Nyquits. They're not really going for mid control. But the problem with that is they won't have sufficient info.
Okay, there's enough for concept. What? And 4 again, Vim. This is not just a concept. This is a proof concept that can happen. And it seems like for concept, he wants to get style point post. He gets clobbered by the headshot. Too much greed. Josh Kiley did not that one. And it's just one of those rounds where you say, don't give him the ace, don't give him the ace. And at the very least, Cypher shuts it down. But it really just goes to show not only gun advantage, but a really good read here from the side of Samurice. It was worrying that they allowed the cubby push to happen, but if you got concept on the board like that, then what is there to worry for, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that was very unexpected coming in from concept. People from the side of Nyquits were definitely expecting him to be at the A side at that point in time. But he switched it around, and now it's time for Nyquits. He's switched it around. They might want to go for mid control here, like coming in through mid to A or mid to B. I don't think they should just go straight to site now.
Yeah, a little bit of a pause though in action. Seems like we do have a quick little disconnect perhaps for one of our players. I think it is the Omen, or it seems like the pause timer though is in action. So something happening into the game.
Something happening.
Everyone is okay. It looks like in terms of the guns though, it is the operator in the hands of Lupinus, and we have seen him before pop off with this gun. It has to be their main opera, right? And then the second opera seems to be John. But since the side of Nyquits is not really contesting in an op battle, then they're happy to play it close, play it that way, and they have gotten the rhythm back. They've gotten the speed that they need, and they have gotten pretty much 3 rounds in a row to equalize the scoreline.
Yep. Now it's absolutely essential for Nyquits to get an operator of their own and contest that operator from the loop. Because if you allow an operator to have free reign in a map like Ascent, it's going to be really tough for you.
It's just so difficult sometimes when you do not use a big part of the map. And here on Ascent, it really is that mid courtyard because
True.
look at Ascent. It's small. It's one of the smallest maps, I believe, in our 4-map pool. And when you give up such a big part, that just means that it becomes an 8-way diagonal that can basically screw you over in every shape and form. But Nyquits, they are not giving up whatsoever. They are still putting this fight on. They're still doing all they can. And I just gotta commend them for their efforts so far. But Samurice, as we said before, giving the tempo, giving the beats, and going for the beatdown when need be. It's all tied up though, but Samurice does have that 1-round advantage. And you know what's one thing you can commend about Samurice right now in their playstyle, Vim? Because it's a little different from what we gotten so far in the last semifinal, but it's reminiscent of other tactical shooters there.
Yeah. One thing that Samurice is doing very well, in fact, is the patience that they are instilling into their defense. You know, they're waiting for the opponents to commit, because obviously the burden is on the offensive team, right? So they're just gathering info, they're listening, they have their ears open, listen to those footsteps, and then explode, with those fast rotations. And that's what they're really good at. I hate it when I play against a team that doesn't make any mistakes and waits for you to make that mistake.
You have one life for a round, Vim, and it really just goes to show that whole importance of living is sometimes detrimental to your ambition and making a highlight reel. But here we go. We are at it again, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4 right now, our scoreline. It seems like everything is good to go yet again. We're going to be in the middle, but John is on top of that quick little corner. And JMX does get that trade on back, but John has done it too so far. And Twez with the kill. Looking for the res. Oh, no, JMX rather doing that one instead. My bad there. But at least Swez is holding on to the B side again to the best degree as a Sentinel.
Yep, I mean, they have the right idea. They did go from good anticipation from John. So they are in a tough spot right now. 3v4 with the Resurrection Online, although I doubt they're going to play for that res as of this moment, unless they go for A and then they take
There's still a chance. Raise Boombato into the paint shells. It tries to go for the cubby there, but Nyquits is going away from another angle. And that is just a getaway there from Nyquits that he should be lucky to stay alive in. What's a throw there from the Boombot, and really good anticipation from the Raise so far, but it's not over yet. 8 take going to be happening.
8 take indeed. Now, save. Swez did go for that res, but it's only 15 seconds. Block. Spike could go down at any second right now.
And JMX even getting blown to bits right there. Giblets of the Sage splattering the wall. You know, it has that same effect. It's just to make it a lot more child-friendly, that's for sure. Now he's dropping on down. Sees Nyquits. Goodbye to the man, similar to the name. And Constant even cleaning up Josh Kiley in the end. It's a mop-up affair here from Samurice. You know, when you make rice fin, you have to clean it. You have to make sure that you put it in water, strain it, and then you can cook its oh-so goodness. That's what Samurice is doing. They are really clean this right now. They're straining Nyquits to the worst degree, and it really just goes to show that their defense has been unparalleled so far in terms of their playstyle in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This is what evokes that sort of aura of surgical precision, because Young Diamond Crew, they're not really making a lot of errors. But, conversely so, they're waiting for that enemy to make that mistake, and they capitalize off those mistakes. They seize those windows of opportunity, and it's been working out really well for them so far. I don't see anything that they should change as of this moment, because it's been working flawlessly. All of the scoreline is 5-4. The rounds that they win with the pretty much complete dominance.
I'm just thinking here, and John gonna be throwing that paranoia on. Now, on the other side, I love that Nyquits is still going for mid control, because I think that's one of the biggest things they're doing right here, Vim. They get the map that they need. They're just losing as soon as Samurice gets the position. But this time, though, interesting enough, Samurice gonna be coming in from B main. They give up the site for free, which is a little bit out of the way for them. So, what's the plan now? What is Samurice gonna do? Post-plant game will be them looking for the attack, but they have to be careful with the flags of the Jet and the Cypher.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Molly from the Phoenix and some paint shells and
Nyquits is there. Diamond to begin with. Smites in the meantime. Elise turns around to get rid of Josh Kylie. Goodbye to the Cypher there. And here comes from the shadows. Getting that intel. Seeing two by the main side. Looking as though with a boom bot yet again. And this has to be landing on down to the low ground. But Disrupt comes in from behind. Backstab is there. Concept though with 3. And he has played it clutch here, Vim. He has woken on up. And as we said before, this is a proof of concept. This idea has turned into a reality. And he is at top frag. 13 kills for our Cypher. Doesn't need the setup. I ain't afraid of no sights. He is good to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you give up B side as a defense, you know, it's so easy to sort of position yourself for retake. Let's say you give up B side. The entire offensive team locks down the site. They go back site, you know, they go emo, and they go to that other radiant box on the left. If you deny them control of V main and CT, it's just really easy to pick them off one by one. It's such a small area.
It really is. It's just so enclustered there. And speaking of small though, that is going to be Lupinus going on down. Big investment with the operator. Small Cubby leading to his demise. 4v4 right now though, but it looks like Samurice is still happy about all of this because they have gotten the streak that they've been looking for, Vim. Again, we see the same old thing. They've been up on the ante. They've been doing all they can. And JMX right now hiding in the smoke. And that is John just looking in the wrong direction, anticipating maybe, just maybe, the Sage is getting back. JMX is just so eager to die, but he is not getting it. He has gotten 2 so far instead, killing blows here and there. Swez though is the man on a mission to hold the line again. Still utility enhanced, Lorb available, and Swez is now waiting for Cypher to get in his crosshairs, but Josh will get that kill instead.
His concept gonna clutch this out. Spike's about to go down. You know, they're gonna be going at back site. It's gonna be 2v1. This is really tough. But he does have that mural theft, giving him such essential info.
And he has been able to execute here, Vim. Concept. This man is no zero. He has been a hero here for Team Samurice so far. He's going over to the left side, and goodbye to Nyquits, but Josh says no, sir. Josh Kylie at least getting one back against his counterparts, and this is the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Nyquits is almost tied up yet again. They finally break the streak of 5, and we'll find out what these last 5s are going to be for the last round of Samurice's defense.
Yep, been a pretty seesaw battle thus far. With, of course, the 5 rounds straight coming in from Concept and Crew. You know, pretty much essential presence on the board. Diamond, Swez, and Concept doing work for the rest of the team. Of course, can't discount Luke, who is on the operator, just giving that air of intimidation, that fear on the offense team.
You know, the thing I'm really interested about Samurice right now is the operators of the ones not really giving it.
Right. But it gives that zoning power for the defense team.
I agree, because in Ascent, right, it's just so important. So you can't really count out what Loop as well as John have done so far. But John is sticking around here, playing so close with the Phantom in hand. Lupian is still an amazing operator in his own sights and gets the wall bang on to Josh Kylie by the box there. Still though, the man advantage here for the defense. They're waiting things out. Disrupt as well as Arena wanting to execute here. And he's been killing them, but Storm is there yet again.
Just absolutely stuck there with only 40 seconds left on the clock. Pretty interesting positioning coming in from Samurice right here. 4 of them in B main, setting themselves up for the perfect flank. It seems Diamond just trying to look for info, and he knows they're not in A long. He's going to be rotating right around T side. So, you know, he's going to be coming to B main, and this could be very disastrous for Nyquits.
What a read from Samurice there. Lupin is going to get that kill in the smoke, but JMX will trade it back. Swez in the meantime, playing the boat house here and spots out the transition from the Sage. This is just what happens when you let Samurice plant the tree again. I keep telling you guys, the rice tree will keep growing if you let them do this. look at that. That was just absolute patience. And I really feel like Samurice is that team that they can keep their patience for the full 2-minute interval as well as that post-plan kind of situation because of how experienced they are. They are willing to wait it out. They are willing to let their opponents push in. They are not eager to die. And that is what is allowing them to get these games on because of their playstyle.
Yeah, definitely the MVP in that round was Suez. You see how he used those utilities to delay the push for like what, 20, 30 seconds? Absolutely insane.
At the very least, though, it really just goes to show when you use that stage utility to the best degree, they stack it up. 1 slow orb, 2 slow orb, barrier orb, and then that was just pretty much it. But here we go now. Samurice is on the attack. They are up by 2. Pretty even round. It all just been sealed it onto the half there. But they are trying to break down this barrier orb. Here we go, though, with the Cypher coming in from behind. By Concept.
Absolutely. And Concept takes down Gentis on a cubby. They are going for that fast A take. You don't typically see a barrier orb coming in, blocking at mid, but it is very powerful in pistol round because it's so hard to break a barrier orb using pistols, man. It just takes out half of your ammo capacity.
It's like an iron pickaxe waiting to happen, maybe in a wooden pickaxe by that point, but it really just goes to show that they're willing to use the variety there just to slow things down. JMX also proving himself there, getting another kill on the board in the first place. Disrupt in the meantime, trying to defend from above. And look at how Samurice is set on up. John will get that kill. Nyquits is going to be going for DPs there, and that's just going to be disrupting attention. But Lupinus is also sneaky peeky, and there is a spy under this building there. Lupinus surviving, winning it out for the team, getting 3, and just the post-plant positions there from the side of Samurice. A little bit of a gamble, but they surprise and they execute.
I mean, we've been talking about how strong Nyquits are in terms of pistol rounds, but I believe this is the first pistol round they lost in the series to Samurice. Loop definitely coming in clutch right there with the Marshall. You know how deadly he is on that sniper, and I won't be surprised if he gets a pick off mid top here. And finally we get to see an offense that contests mid top using a sniper.
Exactly. That Marshall gonna be pretty scary if they can get the straight line angle, but Suez and Drop already breaking things down. Suez, though, he is just a turret, basically. He is just a man. When you set him up, he will kill every single person going his way. And on the attack right there, punishing the offensive on the defense, this is where Samurice truly shines because they basically play a defensive offense, and they are just so good with that one, Mr. Vim.
Yeah. And it's very interesting. You hide in that death box, as I like to call it, because I die to that spot very often. When you get walled off like that, all you have to do is rotate. Okay, you get walled off. Okay, fine. I have 50 seconds left on the clock. I'm just gonna rotate to A.
It's time to give it up as Concept makes sure that JMX will not be seeing the next lights of day. Gent is now all alone coming in from the west side, has a Spectre in hand. And the question is, will he go for the do or die kind of play? Empress so far away. And this is going to be the Reyna looking for a first kill or absolutely nothing so far. But let's set up onto the top right now. Looking really good here for the side of Samurice. Concept turns around, gets that kill, 3 on the board again. And this has been Concept show, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Concept's match, and he has done such a good job at everything he can do. Disrupt also a great honorable mention because he's 16 on the board, really carrying his team in so many ways.
Absolutely. And I feel really good about Concept's performance because so far in the series, this is and in the bracket stage, this is the first time that he's actually really popping off. And it's working really well for his team. Seems to be very comfortable in a map like Ascent thus far.
Yeah, the comfort is key right there, and he's just able to get some really good diagonals as per usual. But in an instance like this, it is just still Lupinus going for that first kill, saying that no one's going to be going to A under my watch. Not even joking on the ground. Disrupting John to win 1 apiece. There we go with the Reyna Lear out in front. Wall going to be floating on up as well. But time is ticking here for Samurice, and they're taking this sweet time to make sure they can assess the situation and call accordingly.
It's a very good wall place there. It's sort of like a one-way that we've seen Vash do in the previous series. So definitely a good call, breaking that wall and going rotate. Typically, when you get walled off like that, you break the wall and then you don't commit because it gives the opponent enough time to rotate when you're trying to break that.
Yeah, buying time, especially that it's just a funnel, so Orb's gonna even curse you even more so.
Yep.
But here we go already with Swez, and he needs not just one, but two types of utility. Cypher cages are there, blast back in the play as well. And here we go right now with Swez looking on around, sees the Cypher, but Josh Kylie gonna get the survive there in the first place. Feels the tap there onto one more. Here comes Jantas getting two on the board as well. And 2 for 2, 2 for 1, 2 for none. Well played there from the defense, finally getting back one back. Kind of nice scoreline right here, and it really feels like this is the side of Nyquits looking to give up fight for the stream.
Yep. And Josh Kylie, really good defense from Boat Room there. Again, trade frag's not quick enough for the side of Suez, but perhaps a slight misplay there. Not quite sure the barrier or blocking off that bright cubby.
Sir, and the thing about this, guys, whoever wins this match will be moving on to beat Samurai. It is the 1-0 favor of Samurais. I meant to say a joint rather.
Yeah.
Samurai. So is this Samurai? Wake up, Samurai, and let's wake up into this game because Chances says, "Hello, good sir." Gonna be looking to get the shots. Gonna be on right there. But here we go, right now. Chances trying to get a little bit more, and this is alignment action here from the arena so far. Blast back to meet them, and there we go with the paint shells as well, forcing the re-rotation away from the side. And this opens up something for the Cypher, and Concept is the man who has been impressive so far, Vim.
Yep, and he manages to get that Vandal and gets another pick off JMX. Will he get a third? As Disrupt takes him down. But that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was a pistol round for them. That was pretty good. Really made a dent to the economy of Disrupt and Co.
Yeah, but unfortunately for them, it's Jensen's the one willing to buy those guns and make something happen. Disrupt also getting the operator on, and it seems like the defense has realized what to play into, what kind of map this is gonna be, good sir. And it really just goes to show that this is Nyquits not quitting whatsoever. Even though they're forced to play a playstyle that they can play, sure, but I really feel like they want to do something else with the Jet. They're doing a really good job coming on back here on the defense, and Yon Timer right now looking for the setup. But it just goes to show Samurai is a big force of will so far. And oh my god, what happened there to the Omen? He is just 1 HP in a dream by this point.
Oh my gosh. That is a spot where you don't want to be in. Very cheeky ball there coming in from Suez. Rather JMX. I want to see how that plays out, actually.
A little bit of the lift up there, and Disrupt right now looking to make this off count. Exposes his position though by the market side. And this time it's Samurais again, waiting out utility, calling positions, figuring things out, and looking to make sure that they can figure out a way to attack. No picks whatsoever, and I do like that Nyquits is not walking into this one. An obvious trap that they kind of fell for a while ago on Bind. Here on Ascent, they're a lot more responsible to say the least. And in an instance like this, they are going to be still having 2 ultimates online so far for their attack. This Concept opens things up there on A side. Nyquits going to get the kill on return for Mr. John there. And this is the Omen right now, holding the line by the generator. Can't survive because the Undiamond is back into the fold. And here we go with that Neural Theft, but the fight isn't over yet, because JMX and Disrupt drop on down to get 2. Spike Carrier going to get taken down there, and the attacking side right now is looking to come back with Suez breaking down that gate.
I mean, they're trying to fight fire with fire here, it seems like. They're just slowing them down. And Samurai is trying to bait out utilities. But then by the time the utilities are actually baited out, they don't have enough time to go for a proper execute. And really, really good showing coming in from Nyquits here.
The tempo of this game is a complete far cry
from the previous series.
Yes, sir. It's like we were at 6-0 a while ago. All like, ready to go.
Yeah.
This is more, it's more, what do you say, surgical, tactical, and a lot more solemn, to say the least. Even it's reflected even in how we say things are, because that's just how it is, right? That's just how the speed of Valorant can be. It can be fast, it can be slow, as we are going to be getting a pause here because of, well, the nature of the game and the nature of abilities. And I love that dynamism in Valorant, that we can have 2 distinct kind of games for just one tournament.
Yeah, I mean, super dynamic. And that's what makes the game, so unpredictable, so fun. And that's why, you see these types of seesaw battles where momentum shifts one to the other because you have that dynamism. And it's really unique to Valorant because of that ult economy, those utility economy, and especially when those ultimates come online. This could be another momentum shift for the attacking team or the defending team. And we've seen how deadly Disrupt can be on that Blade Storm. It could be very tricky to hit those shots as it does about 25 damage, just, if I'm not mistaken. Rather, yeah, around that much for per knife. And you really have to aim for the head. And he's been really successful hitting those headshots so far. As we go back into the match onto a B take.
Speaking of B take, I do remember a fact, and I kind of forgot to say. Nyquits is technically the B team of the Nyquits Ord, if I remember correctly. Interesting enough, Nyquits is in Nyquits, so it's interesting that way, the dynamism of the naming convention and all the like. But as I said that, the fact that is going to be super, but Disrupt doesn't care. He saw the animation, timed it right, and that is just know-how right there from this amazing Jet player. Here go the showstopper, doesn't connect so far. This is going to be time right now for the side of Nyquits to try and get the retake on, and they are going to be looking to drop on down from both sides. There's a different angle there. That's going to be the Reyna getting the Empress on, and invisibility means that you can't see me. My time is up. My time is now. That is Disrupt getting the final blow, and we are all tied up again. Samurice struggling on the offensive here because Nyquits has basically figured out to play the game and do it better.
Yep, Gentis and Disrupt just making it happen for their team. It's just Josh Kiley sitting at that backside. It's just such a nuisance for Samurice trying to take that side. So we might be seeing more of a lean towards A executes from here on. It's just that they've failed multiple times trying to take that B side. Deceptively, it's sort of easy to get onto that spike plant attempt, but it's so hard to defend post plant.
Exactly. Like, if you're going to be on the low ground, you need to make sure that you have an angle on both alleyways. And the thing to note about Nyquits is they are really impressing here so far just by being in the semifinals. Their sister team, Nyquits, falling to Adroit Esports in round number 3. So they're really proving to the org that they are here to learn and also execute at the same time. So overall, they have done a lot of good so far. Nyquits, here we go. He stays on the side there, but it is going to be John. We're going to be getting on the board there as well. But Disrupt is a man with the operator, and he is just a smooth operator. Doing all the stuff here and there. 3 on the board right now. John is still gonna get that kill, and it's now the battle of the Jace. John versus Josh. This is as generic as it can be in terms of names, as it is now. Oh my god! John has decided to go to B. What absolute Chad right there.
Sneaky John. I don't know, they did right. But this is now a very powerful position. Josh Kiley is going to have, a really hard time trying to go for that because he already used the neural theft over at A site. And the only info he got was that, okay, Omen TP to B.
Oh no, that's pretty much it. Oh no, no fight here. And John is just gonna go for it. And I got a term for you, Mr. Vim. He's John gone.
I like that. I like that.
Sir.
I like it. Okay.
John gone. That's what we can call it for Samurice. If John decides to do it again, John gone, John going, and over to the other side he is. He's actually at the bottom of the barrel, and it's interesting because Samurice just has concept popping off like crazy. But we said it before for Samurice, the fact that these two up players are down below means that the riflers are doing their job, and they're not really getting into the sniper crossfire here. But Disrupt, he's the operator, he's the hard carry, he's the man who will destroy every single person. And unfortunately, doesn't see the range there, but it's that double operators as Gentis holds in the cubby, and Lupin is impressive as well.
You will not kill my ally.
I mean, not quite hitting that flick there, but again, really good presence of mind from Luke, just basically jumping off that smoke onto courtyard. You don't really see that kind of ballsy play, but it definitely paid off. Now a 5v4 situation with Luke carrying the spike, attempting another B execute perhaps. I mean, A has worked out pretty well for them. Okay, It looks like they're having second thoughts, and they are slowly rotating to A.
It's become a play for picks kind of setup, but no, Vim. You have to realize technically you're wrong because B site work because that's where they got the spike.
Yeah, I
planted.
mean, you know, because of
I
the
know
Omen
what
thing.
you
Come
mean.
on, cut me some slack here.
I'm just watching you there, good sir. But it is a real talk wine defense here from the Omen on the side.
Oh my god.
Out! Yes, they do. Loopiness peeking on over. Nyquits just having a little bit of a drink and will be going on down there instead. John
Get
right
out of
now
my
going for the
way.
fake TP in the first place. Blamestorm go to pop over and over the hedge, over the wall. Pretty good movie, but not the best way to go about things. It's Jensen's though showing on up with the op yet again. And now spike planted, post-plant situation. The Cypher needs to get there, Vim.
Yep, absolutely. And he's going out to B main. Josh Kylie, perhaps trying to look for a lurk. Not quite sure. Oh, they're going for a save right now.
Yeah, just giving it up. I wonder what the economy is here for the side of the defense. If they're going for a save like this, oh yeah, they are broken. Completely gone. And lucky for them, it's actually Disrupt and Nyquits that die, which have the most money on their board. So at the very least, they're gonna have a good buy coming into the next round. And this is gonna be another successful A take. You know, I'll give it to you. Yes, that was.
You see, I told you, bro.
I'll give it to you. And they do it again with a better way. They don't need to go for a TP onto B and technically make it wrong. Like, if you're going to stats, right? You look at the stats scoreboard and you say, oh, it's a B plant. It's like, huh? Why is everyone dead here on A, but it's a B plant? Does that even make sense, right? You know, it really just goes to show that at least Samurice has learned their lesson and have seen where they can go on. But I like the decision there from Nyquits because this is their time to even things out. Do or die, I believe, or because they're not going to have any guns later on. But if anyone can do it, it has to be this team because they have slowed things down to an even more crawl and they understand how Samurice plays.
Spike will be left at mid link. You know, multiple smokes going out there. Blocking off B main and mid. And of course, that preemptive, preemptive wall coming down, blocking off that's mid lane as well. Heavy stack on mid right now. But it appears that Luke carrying the spike, slowly rotating through spawn. That's a B fake.
Yes, sir. Maybe
I don't know.
maybe you're gonna be looking for it. We haven't seen too many fake antics so far from Team Samurice. In all honesty, they did decide to go onto A eventually, but it was more of a transition rather than trying to bait something out. And it just goes to show what their play style is. Pick a strat and go for it. Just wait it out, then go gun. But here we go right now with Gentis holding the mango. He gets flashed on over, and he still gets rid of Beyond Diamond after he takes care of business there against JMX. But here comes Nyquits going to get on the board as well. And this is the defense. Feeling sad.
Yeah, I think I know what they were trying to do there. They were like, okay, we've been successful in A multiple times. You're going to expect us to go A again. So they might heavy stack A as John kicks takes out Josh Kylie. Caught off guard there.
I would be caught off guard because we haven't really seen this from the side of Samurice so far, and quickly as they go, they move on over to A instead. So as we talk about the fake, it was a commitment to turn into the fake, and they are just in position for the A plants.
Right?
So it seems like, again, Mr. Vim, we are Nostradamus for this season. I love it. We're getting things right, guys.
I told you, bro.
And they happen. We can say, I told you so, chat. I told you so, stream. And it really just goes to show we are getting in the minds of these players. But in all honesty, it just means that Samurice is very comfortable in going for these A takes right now. And high ground are taken by Nyquits instead.
Multiple under heaven. That crossfire really hard.
And here comes Jensen with that's a bar, chopping souls, and he has gone 3 so far, faking that defuse, but time is ticking. He might need to stick this ASAP.
Oh, he doesn't have time, I think.
Does not have time, and John is gonna clutch it out. Will die to the spike, but this is a match point here for Team Samurice, and they are 1 round away to booking a date with Destiny against a Droid team. So there him is do Sharks eat Rice? Or maybe we can see Nyquits go for the comeback, force out overtime, and maybe even force out the map number 3. But the odds are just against them right now. But at least though, since the lose streak happens, they do get guns for this round. High armor is their handicap in that instance.
We could very well see a tie here, but we shall see as Showstopper is online. And only Empress on the other side of Nyquits. Loop, yeah, Loop just taking out Gentis just like that as we start off the round.
Oh my god!
Oh! Yon Daime!
Oh, Yon Daime! That was just a series of unfortunate events right there. Yon Daime with a perfect flash. That is just the jet of Disrupt slamming into the wall, and Yon Daime still misses it. Oh my god, what happened there?
I blame the lag.
I blame the lag. Okay, so
I blame the lag.
I'll count that one. And because he didn't get that kill, he loses a teammate. Oh, Samurice, opportunity knocking, but they say no to it instead. JMX though gonna be holding here so far. It is gonna be a spike onto B side. Never go with the wall, and they easily needs Lupinus there. Just JMX a little too slow at holding that angle, and Loop again so quick on the trigger finger. Spike now gonna get planted, and it might be the last time for post plant here for Samurice.
Yep, now 4v3 as Josh Kylie gets a pick off Yon Daime.
The operator just singing on it again. He's trying to come on through from the other side. And Disrupt right now just unfortunate again. Omen is there. And Omen, Disrupt will go down. Here comes the showstopper though. Can we get the blow up there? Lupinus trying to guess the target, but he doesn't see it as of yet. This is do or die time for Josh Kylie, but he is way too far off. And you can hear that timer ticking for Samurai. Every second counts for their victory. And this is the final countdown now for Nyquits. I don't think there's any time, and Loop will throw it down to get more victory here for Samurai. Their playstyle is Eager Beaver, gets rid of Nyquits here in the semifinals, booking a date with Adroit Esports. But I gotta say, Nyquits, they were thrown for a loop. They were forced to play the playstyle of Samurai, but they played it so well as well. It could have been contestable, it could have been great, but I just gotta say, Samurai is just able to sell themselves and say, this is how we're gonna play this game.
Right. Absolutely impressive showing from both teams there. Of course, Samurai's proving to be the victor in the end, securing the spot in the grand finals of our SteelSeries Go for Glory Cup. But again, securing a date with a droid. I mean, I'm sure you've been to those like awkward first dates, and I think this is going to be one of those. It's just it's pretty intimidating to go on a date with a droid in this context.
I mean, I'd love to go on a date with a droid, at least a little bit of fine dining before I just get destroyed 13-0, that kind of thing. But I gotta say, this is gonna be a tale of two tales, basically. It's really speed versus control. And in all honesty, we had a little bit of a time where, okay, this is getting a little sleepy because we come in from a fast game, right? And then we get a slow one. But then there is just that point that clicks in those kind of patient games. You get the appreciation. You see what is going on, and you see how amazing, how surgical, how tactical it can be. And it really just goes to show Samurai is playing the thinking man's game, and we'll see if they can execute in the grand finals. But what can you say about Nyquits there, Vim? They did put up a really good fight.
Yeah.
Disrupt, he is well deserving of a notice for sure. And overall, the team adapting well, but unfortunately, it's really just the sensei of Samurais having the advantage from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely. Disrupt, just such a force to be reckoned with on the field, really doing it for his team. And when you play a Jet, people usually criticize you for being a selfish player, but if you have a Jet, in very capable hands such as Disrupt, it just bodes well for the rest of the team, of course.
Exactly. And hey, Disrupt, an amazing player in his own rights. And Nyquits, this B team making it to the semifinals, fighting against the likes of Samurais there. Really going to show they have a lot to learn, but they learn a lot, and they get an amazing showcase here in the semifinals. So kudos to Nyquits for putting on a performance, to say the least. This is a good learning experience, and they can build on to get even better. This has been a great series though, but Samurai moves on to deal with Adroits. And looking into that match, Bim, it's gonna be exciting, but not as exciting, of course, as our giveaway. No, it's probably as exciting, or
Probably
maybe
as
more so.
exciting.
You know, it's somewhere there. But we still have 2 of these amazing mice to give away. I always show it on screen. I have it on green right now. It's going blue though, and it's
RGB.
RGB right here. It is, of course, the Rival 3. We still have 2 copies, 2 pieces to give away to 2 lucky winners at the end of this stream. So if you do want to win, go over to the Facebook page, share it on your profile publicly, and of course use the hashtags to let us know that you are there and you are eligible. Very nice game though from Nyquits, to say the least. And I gotta
Indeed.
say it again, learning experience, they're gonna get even better into the future. This is a great accomplishment, getting into the top 4, and I can't wait to see them into the future. But it's do or die time now, Vim. 45k on the line, 15k money, as well as around 30,000 because of those Arctic ones for our champions. Both teams in the money right now between Adroit and Samurice. And we gotta say thank you again for SteelSeries to making this happen. We've gone for glory. We got some glorious games, and it really goes to show these guys don't suck. They're amazing, and having this here will make them even better. But this has been the semifinals of the Go for Glory Cup. We have seen accomplishments. We have seen titles and accolades. But right now, there is only one glory left, the championship. We'll find out soon, as we will be right back. We'll be getting into the grand finals after this break.